Welcome to the Two Random Podcast. Tired of subscribing to 100 different podcasts?
Yeah.
SirXpress and ISpeakMotivate eliminate boredom while giving you their commentary on breaking news, movies, music, and so much more.
Going down, man.
Subscribe today and rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts now.
I always follow them.
Random is the only solution. Two Random Podcast starts in 3, 2, 1.
What's good, guys? It is SirXpress.
This is ISpeakMotivate, and we are here better than ever. We actually moved from ATL, and now we're in the Texas area, so that's why you've heard crickets for the past few weeks, or probably 2 months right now. But first, before we get into our topic for today, we just want to give a moment of silence for Kobe Bryant, Miss Gianna, his daughter, and the 7 other beautiful victims that passed away with the fatal helicopter crash. We offer our prayers to the family, so we just want to do a moment of silence.
All right, thank you guys for that moment of silence. Guys, it is good to be back. When I tell you it's good to be back,
We missed y'all.
We missed y'all a whole lot, and we're excited to be back once again. But this time, like my wife said, from the great state of Texas.
Texas, on the Old
Sorry.
Town Road. Okay, even though that was made in the A.
Yo, it is.
Where is Unconventional Sports Time? This is a new segment. We're going to talk about sports in an unconventional way, so we hope that you enjoy it. Now, this is the situation. We all know what's coming up on February 2nd, right?
Oh, yeah, so
5:30 p.m. CST, 6:30 p.m. EST, or ET.
It is T.
Or ET, I think. But yeah, so it's the 49’rs versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
We all know, you guys know how much of a fan I am of the Kansas City Chiefs. Born and raised in Kansas City. Been a Chiefs fan all my life. Man, y'all don't know how I felt when they won the NFC Championship. Man, I literally cried. I was excited. And I am excited about the Super Bowl. This is going to be a great Super Bowl. 2 good matchups between offense and defense on each side. I am excited. How about you?
I am excited, but let's delve deeper into that. There has been some things said about this matchup coming. You know, Skip, he has his own little thing, and he's like 49’rs all the way. The defense, saying the defense is unstoppable and things like that. Other people saying that offense sells tickets, but the defense wins championships. And I just want us to get into why it's going to be a good matchup, and not to me, for someone to be like, oh, this team is guaranteed to win at this juncture. For me, I'm trying to be unbiased here because you're a Kansas City Chiefs fan, and I love the Kansas City Chiefs as well, but I'm just going to try to balance it. The thing is this. People are talking about the 49’rs. They use motion to fool the defense into not knowing whether it's a run or a pass, or even if it's a run, they don't know what type of run it is, and they throw it off, and they said they're going to use that. And Shannon was saying himself, he was saying, stop the run. Stop the run, because that's what the 49’rs is going to do. Now, I feel like with both the teams is going, I feel like both teams should not underestimate the other, because Garoppolo has something to prove. Patrick has something to prove. The Chiefs have something to prove. the 49ers defense and things have something to prove. You know what I'm saying?
And I definitely agree on both ends. Nobody should be too cocky, but you still have confidence in yourself. As a player, I don't mind you having confidence that you're going to stop the team, that you're going to win. I don't mind that. But as the media, sometimes media likes to insinuate certain things a little bit too much. They say, 49ers is too good on offense and the Chiefs defense sucks. Well, Chiefs defense might show up and kick some butt.
This is the problem. For me, is when you underestimate someone, that's when they show out. So you're giving them more fuel. So, for me, especially, it's been 50 years. This is why they have a lot of ammunition. I'm gonna name all the reasons why they have Chiefs have ammunition. 50 years, right? Offsides last year, D4. They could have been in the Super Bowl then, and it could have been 49.
He just so happens to be on the other team.
Right. Another thing is bringing that, Lombardi Trophy home. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately,
bringing it back to Kansas City for the first time in 50 years.
Fighting for coachery, doing that, and then creating that brotherhood. Like, bro, we've been doing this far, and even in the media, I do have my observation is that all I hear is bang bang 49ers. They played like a Chiefs song like once.
Bang bang Niners game.
Yeah, bang bang Niners game all the time, and I'm like, man, it's not balanced. So you already see.
It's like y'all are like, oh, Niners gonna win.
You already, yeah.
Keep hearing that.
First it was Pats, and then you see what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't even make it. And so now they're jumping on the Niners, which is a great team. I'm not gonna lie, they're a great team. Garoppolo. The reason I say on the Garoppolo side, on the 49ers side, something to prove. Garoppolo,
got
he
two championships as a backup behind Tom Brady,
and it's his chance to be the starter that wins. He's going to be the new dynasty. That is his whole situation right there. The coach that's young, come on now.
Mm-hmm.
Being a young coach, having that type of achievement, he's going to be all up in that playbook. Right?
And then not only that, but it's going to be a point of, both of them kind of feel disrespected.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not by each other, but by the media. Because the media says so many things.
Pitting them against each other.
Pitting them against each other. Like, even, much respect to Deion Sanders. But even Deion Sanders, while they were right there, can you stop them? Or can you pass on them? And Patrick Mahomes said the best thing I ever heard. I see how y'all like to pin us against each other. He said, we'll see in the game. And that's when you'll see.
Exactly, because if you talk that's the thing. When you talk too much beforehand, you better show up way more than you did. Or at least do the bare minimum of what you said. Because if you talk beforehand, you don't have that humility, and you crash, it looks worse that you lost.
Exactly. And that's one thing that I had so much respect for Frank Clark from. When they kept saying, oh, you got to stop King Henry. You got to stop him. If you don't stop him, you're going to lose. It's going to be hard to stop him. This defense isn't that good.
Okay.
Well, then they held him to 69 yards total.
Mm-hmm.
And then not only did they hold him to 69 yards total,
mm-hmm.
they won the game, as he said. And he said, it's not that he's hard to hit.
Mm-hmm.
It's that so many people are not tackling correctly.
Mm-hmm.
If you tackle him correctly, he's going to not want to run anymore. And we saw the evidence, like, the whole second half, he wasn't running.
And what does that go to? Reviewing the tapes, doing studies on each player individually, taking the team apart, dissecting every play, every person, their little quirks, their flaws, their strengths, and make them work against them.
And
you know.
Not only that, but not preparing for just one player. A lot of teams, they'll prepare for one player, but sometimes you have to prepare for that player, but also prepare for his teammates.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you notice, though they were stopping the run, they also were stopping the pass.
And that's the thing, because they can throw you off. Their whole game, you're right, their whole game plan is like, oh, he's considered the MVP on our team. So we'll act like we passing or giving a ball to him, and the one that they ain't checking for gonna get it the whole, and then before you know it, they run up 40-something points, and you over there trying to get such and such. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
you came down and tried to tackle the running back when that receiver's wide open because you didn't stay in your zone. You know, it's those situations where, you know, they suck you in to what they want you to do instead of you pulling them into what you want them to do.
exactly.
And so, you know, it's that kind of competition. And that's why, like, I've always loved football. Since I was a little boy.
Mm-hmm.
Always wanted to grow up being a football player. You know, I got a little fat. Couldn't, you know, finish my time doing football, but I still love football. I would love to be a coach one day.
Mm-hmm.
Let me be the next great Andy Reid.
I love Andy Reid. He's my love.
But seriously though, I am excited and ecstatic about everything that is coming up with this game because it's going to be a great game. A good offense, a good defense on both sides. Both sides have a good offense and a good defense. And I'm telling you, a lot of people are disrespecting the Chiefs' defense and they're disrespecting the 49ers' offense.
Yep, that's exactly
what's happening. They need to give both of them the credit that is deserved. They're not just a running offense, and the Chiefs aren't just a passing offense. They just know what we can do better.
And you utilized it.
If I can throw better than I can run, I am going to throw more. Until you can stop me from throwing, yes, I'm going to do that.
Especially if I can get it down now.
Better,
right, if I can get it down now, that makes more sense.
You know what I mean?
However you get it down there the quickest to get you to touchdown the fastest, that's what should work.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, as long as I'm scoring, I can make you change your game plan.
Exactly. Now this is another thing with Tyrann Mathieu. He said, "I'm not focused on those that say that we can't. I'm playing for those who said I can," which is so true. Mm-hmm. You know. Don't focus on the negativity. Focus on those that, you know, really believe in you and want you to succeed. You know what I'm saying? Proving stuff to people that say you can't do it. When you do it, oh man, that was a fluke. That was luck. So when you do it anyway, it's never going to be enough regardless. So, but most of all, do it for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Self-worth is the most important thing. As long as you feel that you are worth it, mm-hmm. you can do whatever you want. And that's how these players on both sides are playing. Everybody keeps talking about, you know, how Richard Sherman, oh, he's getting older, but he's still playing real good. Like, this man is in the Super Bowl, and you can't stop that.
Don't underestimate.
He needs to retire. Why he go to the Chiefs? Because he made a decision. He wanted to go out on top.
Don't underestimate.
Do not underestimate somebody just because they get older. Or, oh, he's never going to play for the Chiefs. He wouldn't do that to the Ravens. It's not about the Ravens. It's about what's going to give him the best opportunity. And he, according to what I can see, chose the right decision. Not to say anything about the Ravens, but at the end of the day, the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl. He chose the team that went to the Super Bowl. Do not fault him for making a good decision for his career.